For the glute rock, you're gonna start sitting back on your heels with your hands right in front of your knees. You're gonna stick your butt out and lift your chest to lengthen your spine. From here, squeeze your butt muscles and push yourself forward, hips over knees. Relax, sit back, keeping that butt out, chest up. Squeeze the glutes, rock forward. The glute pulse is a progression of the glute rock. So you're gonna start sitting back on your knees. Your knees are about hip distance, big toes touching. Instead of having the hands on the floor, you're gonna bring them to your chest and then hinge from the hip, bringing your torso down towards the floor. From this position, squeeze your butt muscles and pulse the hips up and down. Take notice to the angle of my torso, how it's moving at about a 45-degree angle. I see this a lot where people bounce up and down, where their head is moving up towards the ceiling. You want to stay low and move at an angle. By the end of this set, your glutes should be on fire. For the wall facing hip hinge, stand about 3 feet away from a wall. Your feet are gonna be hip distance. If you need help to figure out how far apart that is, take 2 fists, place them between your big toes. Toes are facing forward. Place the hands on the wall. Come up onto the balls of your feet. Sit the hips back. So you wanna keep the weight on the outer edge of the feet. Notice that my knee is directly over my ankle. That means I'm in a hip hinge position and I'm not squatting with my knees forward. Keep the weight in the outer edge of your foot here and lift the ankles up and away from each other. So the 2 little bones on the inside of your ankle, you want to increase the distance as opposed to collapsing in the feet and those bones coming closer together. Ball the foot, weight up and out, separate the ankles. So knees over ankle, hips back, push the knees away from each other, feeling tension throughout the hip, down the hamstring, maintaining this butt out, chest up position, and hold. If your legs start to shake or bounce, that is normal. The stronger your hips and hamstrings get, the less that will happen. The single leg spiral is a progression of the wall facing single leg hold. So you're gonna start in that single leg hold, plank position, sit the hips back, pick a leg. I'm gonna pick up the right leg. I'm gonna let the right hip drop, centering my nose and my chest over the left thigh. So this is my starting position. In order to come out of this, I'm gonna squeeze my left glutes, push my chest up, extending the hip, coming back to a neutral position. Returning back to the single leg hold, sending my left hip back, allowing my right hip to drop forward, lowering my chest, nose in line with the left leg. Squeeze the glute, push myself upright, and then spiral back into the single leg hold. Keep telling yourself, left hip back, right hip forward. That's gonna give you that really nice spiral pattern, creating a lot of tension and activation in the left glute muscles. Be mindful that you keep the weight on the outer edge of the foot, keep the heel lifted.